You probably think about your machining capacity every day, but do you think about your cleaning capacity? Now, we're here at Alcester at the EcoClean Tech Centre to have a look at one of their machines. So Matt, what kind of machine are we looking at here?
This is our EcoCcube, very powerful spray operating machine. It's got 2 tanks, so you can wash, do all your primary washing, and then rinse off as well. It's got a rotation frame so that the basket and parts can turn, or they can just stay still or oscillate a little bit. And importantly, there's 4 sensor spray bars inside, which give a real thorough soaking to the parts. It's all spray, and as I said, with 2 tanks. And we don't want the parts to come out wet, and so we also have a hot air drying on it, which is quite unique for these machines. So the hot air drying can be set from 70 up to 130 degrees C. So it gives you a very thorough wash, rinse and clean.
So I've seen a lot of clients who've got, or a lot of customers who've got parts that need washing. It's a lot of turn parts, sliding head manufacturers.
Yeah.
And for me, it's amazing. They do loads of post-processing to the connectors, especially hooding and whatnot. But they've just got a little paraffin bath in the corner. And I guess it's something maybe they've not thought about, is being able to invest in one of these and having a lot greater output.
What it does, it gives you consistency and it improves your quality. And then also on top of that, what you're just saying, with volume. If you've gone past more than 1, 2, 10, 20 parts, you can't handle that as a business. So you need a process which can handle a higher volume. And so we can have large baskets here with like a Russian doll's nest, where we
so can fit a lot of parts in a lot of small parts in this basket.
Yes, indeed. And so you can segregate, you can have large, medium, small parts in, separated internally, whether it's bulk fill or whether they're separated to stop any surface-to-surface damage. Very easy control. It's a pictogram control. The programs are set, so you can set recipes, 1, 2, 3, 4, on, off, yes, no, longer, shorter. Very, very simple. And all the operator has to do is set program 1, recipe number 1, shut the door, and away it goes.
So when someone buys a machine like this, what kind of training do they have to go through to, because obviously this is very different to a paraffin bath. What kind of training do they need to be able to use one of these machines effectively?
Yes, typically the machine is installed. The longest part normally is fixing the electricity and compressed air. That's what it needs. And then fill it with water and heat it up. Our installation engineer will heat the system up, check it, and within a day you'll be operational. So 1 or 2 hours function testing, how things operate, what the messages are, how to control, and then support you into production for over a day or 2 days, or whatever's necessary.
So when people bring their parts to you, or bring their parts to the machine for the first time, what are they going to be looking for when the parts come straight back out of the machine? Can they dry the parts after cleaning? Can they what do they want to do to the parts? What's the end result they're looking for?
Not everybody wants a wet part when they come out of the machine, so it depends on your next process step, which operation you're at, whether you're into process or it's a final step before packaging or some other process. If it's wet, okay, you're going to get dripping across the floor, but typically we don't want that, so we can use the hot air drying. You will get 80–90% dryness out of this easily, and if you have a more extended, longer program, you can typically get 100% dry with these systems.
So someone will come in, they'll already have a program set, I guess, from when they test. Do they have to test each program on their certain parts and their certain arrangement?
Yes, the position of parts can influence the cleaning standard. If you've got something with blind holes or awkward shapes, then it's difficult. You have to be careful as to how you align your parts. But generally, with these type of machines, if it's bulk filling, easy surfaces on the parts, then you get a very, very good general all-over clean, because the spray bars are situated all around the work chamber.
So do you have to put anything in the water?
Yes, unless you just want to rinse off with plain water. Typically you want some sort of soap surfactant builder in there. You'll get that from a reputable supplier. And depending on the type of material, whether it's aluminium, steel, stainless steel, titanium, will depend upon the type of media you'd use.
Okay, so we've seen the business end at the front. Let's go and have a quick look at the back at the tanks and the filtration system. So Matt, we're round here at the back of the machine. Now I see there's 2 tanks here. Why have we got two tanks?
Yeah, 2 tanks so that we can give a thorough wash with the first one, so we can wash the parts through and then return the dirty fluid back to the tanks over its own pump, its own filter, back to the tank. And then, secondly, we can rinse off with a clean tank. Here we've got a full-size tank underneath the machine. We can rinse off and bring the rinse water back over its own pump and filter and pipework. The idea is to separate the contamination and reduce crossover of contaminant, prolonging the bath life and trying to ensure that you get a better quality rinse and cleaned parts at the end.
So I guess this machine allows someone who was previously running a machine, making loads of parts, bringing them over to the bath and then washing them by hand. That machine's then not running anymore, is it?
That's correct. You can fill the basket or baskets, shut the door and walk away. The programs, depending on the type of contamination on the part, could be from, for instance, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 10 minutes a long cycle. You know, a real difficult cycle with drying might be 12, 15 minutes. But typically 6 to 10 minutes is a good cycle time for washing, rinsing and drying.
So then that frees up your operator to go away, back to the machine, press the green button again, get the machine making more parts, come back here, you've got, I don't know, how many parts, 100 parts that have been cleaned and dried, ready for shipping.
Absolutely, yeah.
Brilliant. Well, if you're thinking about your cleaning capacity and you've got loads of work in progress that's been sat there next to the paraffin bath for a while, you need to check out EcoClean for this really user-friendly solution for cleaning parts from small turn parts up to big turbine parts.